Stand straight. My dad loved me, but was always pushing me to walk straight. Don't wiggle. You're walking like a girl. At age 8, I couldn't understand what he meant. I would stick my thin arms out, fearful that the ball would injure me when he forced me into sports. In my 1960 Long Island elementary school, kids shouted, queer, girly, fag, punching my stomach, stopped my breathing, shamed by them spitting on me. Gym class chimed like a death knell. Friendship splattered after they observed my poor coordination. It was more taunting and bullying from the father I loved. My paralyzed fear stopped me from sharing my tortures with my parents. I wished I would die rather than face tormentors. It was only when I first became an adult and saw an old 8mm film of me on the beach at age 7, my femininity in full display. As I carried a sand pail, my arms were swinging. I was shocked at the wiggle. I felt revulsion. The image of myself as a sissy remained embedded in my brain. I loved my father. When I had a cold, he purchased the latest song by the Supremes, Come See About Me. When he handed me the single, my fever, cough, and sore throat dissolved. When I turned 11, my father was having chest pains. The revelation that a tumor was growing on his spine occurred after they gave him a spinal tap. Doctors operated and said the cancer had been eradicated. When they removed the tumor from his spine, he needed to wear a neck brace for a year. He couldn't keep his head straight, and when they removed the brace, I saw his eyes anguish. A few weeks later, my mom told me, your father needs another operation. They didn't get all the cancer. I would be turning 13, and I worried that he wouldn't be well enough to witness my bar mitzvah. At the synagogue, he sat in a wheelchair because the second surgery had left him paralyzed. Yet he read the Hebrew during the service. My memories of reaching manhood that day are clouded. 2 months later, at the age of 39, he died. As each relative told me they loved my father, I was speechless. Your father was the favorite. You look just like him, Gordon. As part of the Jewish tradition, each participant in the funeral would take 3 shovels of dirt and throw them on the coffin. This was the act of saying goodbye. My Orthodox grandfather wanted us to sit Shiva on wooden boxes, but I only wanted to play my 45s. My mother said, "What are you doing? You can't listen to music. You're supposed to be in mourning out of respect for your father." I began choking up. I felt monstrous. I only cared about myself. But I wanted to tell my mother, how Dad had soothed me with the single Come See About Me. Flash forward 50 years to 2015. I had just celebrated my 63rd birthday and was enjoying the lingering effects of a purifying, scalding hot 10-minute shower. My mother was relaxed and seemed lucid. She brought me closer. You know, after I had been married for a few years, I received a call from your dad. There had been an incident in the men's bathroom. He told me I needed to go to court to show that he had a wife and child, to prove that he was normal. Mom had shared all her secrets with me. Why tell me this now? Was she a poor historian, or was this a dead weight that might crush her? Did she know that she would be dying within the next year? Wanted me to know? Was this her dementia talking? And now, Mom continued her story about my dad. I know your father wasn't gay. I would have known. She had revealed that to me, that they had an active sex life and made love nightly. Was he overcompensating? This fairy tale marriage, my mom was visiting New York from St. Louis in 1949, met my father, and within 4 months, they were married in 1950. Dad had just finished his stint in the Marines. Was the audacious choice of the Marines rather than the Army a way to ensure his masculinity? You know, my father was part of a family of 10 brothers and sisters. 3 of them were gay. I guess I inherited the Blitz gay gene. I think I understand him now. If he was alive today, would he accept me? He mixed his messages of love and affection while badgering me. Did I scare him about what I would become? I would become him. I'm no longer haunted by the approval of my father. My mother had given me a sign. The image of my walk on the beach at 7 flashed in my head. What did my dad think when he was filming me? This feminine little boy flapping his arms. I began to heal the revulsion I felt when I saw that film. I remember watching him shave, watching his hairy chest and muscular build. He hated shaving. His sensitive baby skin sprouted blood when the razor glided by his chin. Small, wet toilet paper peppered his face after the bludgeoning. I inherited the sensitivity but found a solution. Shaving in the shower prevents any bloody outbursts. The scalding, steaming, hot water molds my face into a loose, moisture-laden plateau. If any nicks occur, the water soaks up the blood. The walls of the bathroom are soaked when I depart the shower. Mirrors are clouded, yet I can stare at my face and witness my father.